Joining us right now is Kathy Mills. This is Kathy.
Hello.
Who's with Tridia Hospice, and Christine Britton, who is with RSVP, which I want to have you girls explain that, okay?
Okay.
Kathy, tell us about yourself. How long have you been doing this?
I've been with Tridia a little over a year. Our program is a hospice program.
Okay.
Our main office is based out of Austinburg, but hospice goes into homes and into facilities. It's not actually.
So the very sick, you go in and take care. Are you a nurse?
No, I'm not. I'm the volunteer coordinator.
Okay. Oh, okay. You're administrative.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, the purpose of being here is to engage volunteers in our program.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You are looking for volunteers. I think it wasn't for mostly seniors.
Not necessarily all seniors, but yes, we're. Christine is from RSVP, and her program is a program that looks for volunteers for all types of areas.
Christine, tell us about RSVP.
Well, what it is, it's a retired senior volunteer program. It's based out of Ravenna. It's through Family and Community Services, and there's 9 different counties. And they are in Ashtabula, and I'm the program coordinator for Ashtabula County.
How long have you been doing that?
December was a year.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I absolutely
So
love it.
you're going on 2 years, actually.
Yes,
Good.
close to it.
Yeah, good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you. How do people know about you guys? Girls, not guys. Girls. I mean.
We have males
Yeah,
that are volunteers too.
Really? Really?
Oh yes.
Okay, so there's guys and girls.
Yes.
Very busy. You keep busy with this?
Yes, actually, through RSVP, all is required for a senior. They have to be 55 and older, and it's pretty much if you can just volunteer 5 hours of your time in a 6-month process.
Really?
And you can volunteer many, many more hours that you want to.
Do you get a lot of good people out there?
I love my volunteers. They are wonderful. Their hearts are so kind, and you can just tell that they're just so giving.
Right, right. And then, like, what would they do?
Pretty much, if not necessarily of your background, like say if you were a school teacher, we would place you in a school or tutoring. You could try different areas that you've never really tried before, just to experience something new.
Now, RSVP stands for Retired
Senior Volunteer Program.
Volunteer Program.
Yes.
And I find that amazing because you have people that probably at 55, a lot of people retire by 55. That is considered a senior citizen now. It used to be 62. That they come out and they want to do something to get involved.
Correct.
And to help others. I think that's
correct. Neat. And our seniors are very active. And
they don't want to sit home on the couch.
No, but if also one of my seniors do have a disability to where they can't walk or stand, I try to place them what's going to benefit for them also with their needs. So if they can just sit and talk or file or just keep somebody company, and that's what they want to do instead of being more active, like the longest day of play we do for Children's Services.
Sure.
That's more of an activity that's kind of an advancement level to where
that's coming up.
Yeah, in June.
In June, yeah.
Yeah, that's my current one.
Kathy, what about you? I mean, what do you have to do with your volunteers to direct them to make sure that they keep busy and they're...
Well, our volunteers meet with patients. They go into patients' homes or they go into the facilities. They can just go in and spend time, keep company with the patients. They read to them. If they can go into a home, then they might provide a little respite for the caregiver so that they can do some things other than be right there with the patient.
Now, that's important, isn't it?
It is very important.
Now, they can't do any kind of medical.
No, we don't ask them to do anything like that. As a matter of fact, they can't. No, we ask them just to just give their time to the patients that need them. Through the RSVP program, we just became a station of theirs. Our nonprofit section of our organization is called Celebrate Life Foundation, and that's something that when monies are given to us through donation, they all go into this fund, and then we do special things for patients or families to kind of help them out. Sometimes it's as little as putting an air conditioner in a home for somebody that has difficulty breathing.
Sure.
Or we just recently had a party we put on a luncheon actually for a family who hadn't been together in a while, and we just brought them all together in one place, and they had lunch and spent time together. So.
Good morning, you're on the air.
Yeah, Pat, this is Earl again. I just had a quick question. Those volunteers, do they have to have a background check?
Yes.
I'll hang up. So
Okay.
Listen.
Yeah, the answer is yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I would imagine you'd have to
Right,
in this day and age.
Exactly. We do extensive background checks on all our volunteers.
And probably drug and all that stuff.
They're eligible for that. We don't necessarily drug test them to start, but they sign an agreement that they would be considered drug tested if they had a problem.
And we check for any sex offenses and criminal background.
Sure. Good. Good. Morning, you're on the air.
Imagine a few people come in and help people wash and change clothes.
Yes, we do. The team consists of a physician, a nurse, a volunteer, a social worker,
Yeah.
and a nursing assistant, a chaplain.
I don't mean taking a bath. I mean just wash the top and your legs and arms and change your shirt and
Sponge
whatever.
bath, I think.
Right.
Yep, that's exactly what they do. In facilities, they actually help them shower.
Oh,
They do their nails, they do their hair. We have a volunteer right now who's a masseuse. We try to get them, to go into the facilities or the homes. We're looking for volunteers not only that have just time to spend with patients, but professionals, people that want to do hair or somebody who does pet therapy, across the board, music therapy.
well, I have somebody now, but I think it's going to expire, and maybe I'll get in touch with you people later.
Very good.
And I also have a chair on my side porch.
Oh boy,
Someone can have for free.
for free. Okay.
Aw. Well,
Okay.
thank you
You can
very
have
much.
Okay. Thanks,
I've been
sir.
trying to get you for 4 days.
Yeah, we've been pretty busy.
I see that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, ladies.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Sharpie.
Thank you.
Gentleman that does take advantage of care. And is there a price tag on this then?
No, it's covered by Medicare. Hospice is an end-of-life program, so you have to have a diagnosis that says that basically 6 months to a year is your life expectancy if your disease follows the normal
I don't think
course.
that's Sharpie's case. I think
No.
he's not
Yeah.
in the hospice. That's
Right.
He needs care, but he doesn't need
Right.
hospice.
And that's where our volunteer program would come into place.
You could handle that.
Right, we're not a hospice type facility.
Correct.
We're more on board where
Is there a phone number they can call?
sure, it's
Chris?
440-992-6789 for the retired senior volunteer program.
And it's 440-536-8054 for Tridia.
Okay, I got that one. What was the other one, Chris?
440-992-6789.
Very good. Phone was ringing. Give us a call back. We'll take your phone call. Hi, you're on the air.
Good morning, Pat.
Hi.
It's Lucy McFadden.
Hi,
The lady
Lucy.
sitting to the left, her name is Kathy what?
Mills.
Kathy, are you Sandy Chesmer's daughter?
Yes, I am.
Oh, for
Do
goodness
you,
sake.
do you remember me?
I do, Lucy, I do.
I did your hair and your mom for how many years?
A lot of years,
I just called your mother and asked about you the other day.
really.
Yeah, to see how you were.
Sweet.
But I mean, it was so good to see you. I've often wondered whatever happened to you throughout the years.
Well, there you go.
Living the good life.
She's still as wonderful as she always has been.
Well, it was so good to see you.
Good to hear
Have
from
a
you,
wonderful
Lucy.
day.
Thanks,
Uh-huh.
Lucy.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
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 You're Sandy Tesper's daughter?
Yes, I am.
Oh, for goodness sakes. I didn't even know Sandy had a daughter.
Oh, yeah, there were 5 girls in our family and 2 boys.
What was your maiden name?
Johnston.
Johnston. Okay.
Mhm.
I'll be darned. Sandy, she's an author.
Yes, she is.
She's an author. I mean, I wanted her on the show, but she was a little camera shy.
Really?
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I wanted to come on and to talk about our book, but that was about, God, a year ago at least, you know. So,
The Ugly
unbelievable.
Purple Purse.
You learn something. Yes, you learn something every day.
And purple is my favorite color.
593-7181. These girls are getting some calls here and some interest out there from the community. That's a good thing. If you have any questions for them, talk to them now, because I can't answer the questions. Obviously, this is not my profession, so they would be able to answer for you any of the questions that you might have. Kathy, you had a couple things that you wanted to explain.
An interesting thing about our name Tridia is it's Gaelic for Trinity, and so we call it the mind, the body, and the spirit, and that's what we take care of when we're taking care of our patients. The other symbol that's on our logo is a heart, and that symbolizes the patient and the family and the Tridia team. Our patients are number one. That's what we're there for. Our families, our social workers can come in and work with the families. Our chaplain can come in and work with the patients and the families. The whole idea is to give them dignity and quality of life.
Which is so important.
Right, and that's what our Celebrate Life Foundation is about. You know, we want to give them quality of life, and we're going to use that money to do what we can to bring families together or to, you know, ease any of the burdens that they have at this point.
Yeah. Of course, they're very sick, but do they, how do I put this? Do they accept without, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't want people to come in and interfere with their privacy.
Right, and we respect that. We're gonna do for them exactly what they want us to do. We're not going to do anything that they don't want us to do. You know, we offer services of a chaplain, but if they have their own minister and they don't want the chaplain to come in, then that doesn't happen. If they need the social worker to come in and explain things or to help with, you know, sometimes he goes in and he explains how to do, you know, the importance of a DNRCC, which is, you know, I'm sure most people know what that is. It's whether or not you want resuscitation.
Right.
He will help them do living wills. He will help them do power of attorneys, you know, and he can notarize all that stuff right in the home if they're, you know, so that they don't have to leave and go somewhere. So
How important this really is, and I imagine it's not an easy job.
no, our people are so dedicated. It's amazing. Every day, you know, something happens, and I think I'm just amazed by it. I'm blown away at the dedication of these people. They spend a good deal of time with people who are near the end of their life. And you know, a lot of our people, we've had people in our program for a year and a half. You know, because the doctor says that your disability or your illness can end your life in 6 months to a year. It doesn't necessarily always happen, and we've been in people's lives for a good long time.
Really?
It's not. I
guess I never thought of that.
No, it's not just the last 2 weeks or the last week. We're there for the patient, and sometimes with the good care that they get, they rebound for a while, and they do better. So, and that extends their life and gives their family more time to spend with them.
I have a girl that comes on the show every couple of weeks. Her name is Brenda Cobb, and she's with Home Health, and she was one of the nurses. She's a nurse, but she said she was one of the nurses when she started out taking care of hospice people. And I go, did you get attached? And she goes, sure, you get attached.
Yes, you become very intimate with their lives.
But she goes, it's also an honor. She goes, so one time she had a farmer that wanted to just ride around his spread in his tractor one last time, and she goes, it was an honor to ride him around that track. And she goes, I will never forget that. She goes, it was just a good feeling because I knew he was happy, you know. So
we've taken patients to baseball games.
Oh, really?
As a matter of fact, just before I came on, there was a young lady who had fallen in love in the facility where she lived, and her and the fellow, they wanted to get married, and Tridia organized and paid for and got this wedding going, and they were married in this facility, and they lived. He's still alive. She passed not too long ago, but it was quite some time after that.
They had some time together. That's super.
Yeah.
That could have maybe helped her life.
Yeah. And that's what we're about. You know, we want to bring comfort and we want to bring dignity, and and joy to that last part of somebody's life.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing.
They're a hardworking group.
My encounter with hospice goes years back. I was a housekeeper at a hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and I was cleaning in the hospice unit, and this gentleman was just laying in his bed, just staring out the window, and I was cleaning his room and what have you, and he asked me, his family wasn't there yet, and he asked me if I can just come sit by the chair with him and hold his hand while he was looking at the birds and the trees. And I did, and I think that grounded me, because then I went in to be a nursing assistant, and that kind of blossomed me from there. But just that experience, and he didn't want me to talk to him or nothing.
No.
He just wanted me to hold his
That's
hand.
so sad. Yeah, but a happy sad.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I when people think of hospice, they get nervous and they think, oh my goodness, but I took a different aspect with that route, and I encumbered it, because it's just like as if you were going to visit a friend of yours, really.
Mm-hmm.
And you act the exact same way and be
Exactly.
comfortable. And if you don't talk to your friend for 10-15 minutes, you don't talk to your friend for 10-15
So
minutes.
he didn't want
But
to
you're
talk.
there for them,
He didn't want to talk.
No, I just started talking because I'm a talker.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at me and he goes, shh, just let's be silent and watch the birds. And that's what I did.
How did you know when the time was up to?
I wasn't there when
I mean, to let go of his hand. You know what I mean?
I didn't have a cue.
You just played it by ear.
No, I just whatever he wanted, my body kind of reacted to the stress levels or whatever on, his hand.
Good for you. I mean, you're probably just a kid then,
I was probably 19, I think I was.
I mean, a lot of people would not have handled that situation. You just
Right.
kind of naturally took it on.
Yeah.
And like you say, it probably laid the foundation for you to move on.
And that's what it did.
Mhm.
I got a different aspect of it in my heart, and I felt compelled with it a whole different way.
Yeah. Great story.
Thank you.
That's a very nice story. Now, if you want to get a hold of these gals, RSVP's number is
440-992-6789.
And Tridia is 440-536-8054.
Good morning, you're on the air.
It's Sharpie again.
It is.
Is that going to bother you?
No, that's okay.
Who pays Medicare and Medicaid?
Yes, Medicare, Medicaid, private insurance.
Yeah.
There's
I have private insurance and Medicare.
not a bill to the
That's all I
patient.
know. Thank you.
Okay. Well, we got a little correction here, girls. This happens a lot on this live television. Remember I was saying the Easter breakfast?
Yes, for the Eagles.
It's Saturday the 19th.
Oh, okay.
So it's the day
Oh,
before Easter.
That makes more sense.
And we got a lot of things happening this Saturday. Can you believe girls is going to be the 19th of April already?
No.
No, I can't.
And it's still going to snow tomorrow.
It's gonna snow.
My
Yeah.
son graduates from high school on May 29th, and I don't want that day to come. But he sure does.
May 29th. Yeah,
Yes.
that's a Thursday night. He's graduating that night?
Correct.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were old enough to have a son.
I have a 22-year-old daughter that's in her 3rd year of college.
Oh, for goodness sake.
She's
Wow.
going for RN. She wants to be a life flight nurse.
Really? Good
Yes.
for her.
Yes.
Kind of the medical thing runs in the family
Yeah.
here a little bit. Well, listen, it was great having you on. You provide a service that I was not aware of until Kathy called me the other day, and I think it's wonderful. I think what you both do is fantastic.
Thank you.
And we're going to give you the phone number. We get another call here. Hi, you're on the air.
Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Kathy and
Good morning.
Christine. This
Good morning.
is Tracy.
Hi,
Hi, Tracy.
Hi, I wanted to call in. I'm one of Kathy's Conneaut volunteers,
Uh-huh.
and next month I'll be with Tridia for 1 year. And I just wanted to say that it's been a very rewarding experience for me. I've laughed with the family. I cried with the family. I sat and held patients' hands. And it isn't a line of volunteer work for everybody. I mean, you've got to be strong. It's always sad to see them go, but it's always rewarding just to know that you were there to bring comfort.
Sure.
I know for myself, I became disabled, and I was supposed to go to nursing school, but unfortunately, it didn't work out. So this was right up my alley, and it's been very rewarding, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Good for you.
I'll talk to you later, Kathy. And
Thank you so
Christine.
much, Tracy.
Thank you,
Good day.
Tracy.
Thanks, Tracy. Wow, she sounds like she is really into
She's
it.
very good. She's
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, you can tell that she's dedicated. Huh?
Mm-hmm. We have a lot
Uh,
of dedicated volunteers.
I'm going to have you girls do the number one more time in case you want to get a hold of them and have any personal questions that you might want to ask. Christine?
440-992-6789.
440-536-8054.
Very good. I want to wish you both a happy Easter.
Thank
Same
you.
to
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you very much.